You asked a few questions, so I'm going to give you some answers. I got the 816 phone number because we sold the farm and really didn't know where the hell we were going. And we were on the road quite a bit looking at properties everywhere, and kids bugged us about getting a phone, so we said, well, next time we're in Kansas City, we'll get one. So we got a Kansas City phone, and when we moved to Falls City, they didn't even have a provider there. And my daughter Erin gets a tremendous deal. It cost me $10 a month for my service, although I bought everybody iPhones, $400 each or something. But $10 a month, unlimited, so that's pretty nice. It's because she's a teacher or something. I was really worried about you because I knew the housing crunch had hit Las Vegas and Phoenix, Arizona, and I thought, oh boy, I got a friend in Phoenix who's in the same boat. You know, it'll come back. Those are nice places, and they're notorious for having high value, so I hope you can hang in there and keep your property until the property gets up there and you get multi-wealthy. Because it's going to happen, I'm sure. Larry Martin's turned 62, and he's not retired, and he's not even wanting to retire. He says he doesn't have anything to do if he retires. What the hell's that all about? He collects stoves, wood-burning, pot-belly stoves. But he's got like 40 in his garage, and he said he's got the best one they ever made, and he just doesn't need any more, and he's bored. I turned in to be a pretty good woodworker and a really good furniture refinisher. Had all the tools, lathes, and everything like crap. But my eyesight's gotten really bad. I can't see shit. I can't even stick the line through the hole in the fish hook. So I'm going to sell all my tools, give them away or something. Besides, Larry's wife, now she's 65. She can draw, but she works at the bank. She works in the basement by herself. She sends out 300 jokey emails a day. And she gets a mediocre salary, but she gets paid insurance for her and Larry. So she's ready to stay there forever. She's out of there at 2 o'clock every day, no weekends. It's a pretty good job. My brother Trey, he quit drinking, I think it was 6 or 7 years ago, but Fred, he waited too long. He is a mess. You know that guy who used to ride around town and sign and write tickets to everybody and had a badge on his shirt? They called him Junior. That was his name, Junior. His family was rich, and I'm friends with his nephew and niece, and when he died, they inherited huge money, like $250 each, $250,000. But I tell people, I said, you know, every little town's got a Junior. I just didn't know that it was going to be my brother in Belleville, Kansas, but it certainly is. You know, there's lots of rumors that go around a little town like Salina, Kansas. It's kind of like when we went to Kansas City on our way to the Rose Bowl, or the Orange Bowl. Everybody said, well, I heard they took Jan Lazio with her. Well, that's because of Jan's reputation. But, you know, as far as I know, we didn't even ask her. But the rumor was all over town that we took Jan Lazio. And that's just how Salina is. I wish we had taken Jan Lazio. We'd have had a lot more fun. She lives in Kansas City now. She's retired. She's real nice. She sends me pictures all the time. She's okay. I wonder about Karen Lacey, but I can't seem to find anybody that knows about her at all. She may be dead. We just don't know it. Now, let me tell you about the car sales. Being in business, you know, a lot of people think being in business is where it's at. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Being in business is hard, very hard, and it's because it's feast or famine. And I've been in several different businesses. The newspaper with the Shopper's Guide and the pizza joints, and we had a nightclub and the antique shop, an auction house, car lot. Jesus, I've done a lot of things. And it's up or down. And so one day he's selling cars out of the Chevrolet store, and he stops out in the country to see me, and man, I am broke. I'm broke dick sumbitch. And I said, Sean, how's it going for you? And he said, oh, really good. He said, I made $5,500 last month. Now in Salina, Kansas, and this was 1986. $5,000 last month, that's pretty good money, Fred. man, I just couldn't get over that. $5,000 in 1 month. So I started eating on me. I said, "You think I could sell cars?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, I'll get you a job tomorrow if you want." I said, "Well, no, just let me think about it." I wasn't sure I could do it. So I called him. I said, "Yeah, I want the job. I want to try a job there." So he got me an interview, and they hired me instantly. And I'll be a son of a bitch, I wasn't pretty good at it, Fred. I was Salesman of the Month 19 of the first 24 months. It took me 3 months to get my first Salesman of the Month award. At my peak time there, I made $150,000. One December, I made $15,000. Now, I'm telling you what, that might not be FedEx money in Las Vegas, but that's good money in Salina, Kansas in 1985 or 6. So, my God, I was clean. I wore a shirt and tie every day, and man, it was great. Had a new demo, brand new car drive, paid insurance, Sundays off. And I made so much money, Fred, it was just frightening. It was unbelievable. So I answered my own question, how I could sell cars. And I really liked it. I got some bullshit from people like Larry Martin and those guys, but it didn't faze me. My boss told me, he said, I promise you're making 2 times as much money as any of those guys. So just let it roll off your back like a duck. And I did. It didn't bother me at all. And it got to where if I knew you, I really didn't want to sell you a car. I'd send you to Sean. I'd say, well, they have a company policy. You can't sell to friends. Go see Sean. I didn't want to sell to my friend because I wanted to knock somebody's block off. And I did that with strangers. So it was a great time of my life. I should have probably stayed there. But anyway, the grass always looked greener to me. So that's about all I got, my friend. I hope you don't get any trouble with me sending you pictures of Danny Bro. I got a cute one of Larry Martin and Dan I was going to send you, but I can't seem to find them right now. I got a real bad thin spot up here, and Libby told me about it at Mike's funeral. I was at Mike Mullins. I was a pallbearer. And after the funeral, she said, "Sweetheart, you're getting a bald spot back there." I said, "Oh, bullshit." I sure did. And it's real thin back there now. So anyway, when Libby got real sick, Steve Gans called me almost every day when she was sick. And another friend of mine, Mary Lou Fye, called me often and wrote me on emails. Now, Libby always thought Mary Lou and I were playing hide the salami, but I never did, never was. I never touched her, never kissed her, never held her hand, nothing. But you just couldn't convince Libby, and Larry Martin didn't help it. He was always jacking me around with her. But shortly after Libby died, she came to see me a couple times and spent the night in the guest room. We're just friends. She's always been a friend of mine, but I'm not so sure she wasn't hoping there'd be more than friends, but I'm just not ready. And I don't know that I'll ever be ready. And I especially don't know if I'll ever be ready for her. I like her, but she's got some problems. She's got 40 years on the job at Phillips Westinghouse, and she's retiring in January. But she don't have any money. She don't have no future. She don't got nothing. She's a goofer. She gets a boyfriend a week. Anyway, so everybody, when I go home, everybody says, "Are you seeing anybody? Are you seeing anybody?" Who the hell would I go see, dumb shits? So anyway, if I find those pictures of Danny and Danny Carlin and Larry, I'll send them to you. And if it's a problem for you, send me a note, tell me not to. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot for writing me back and telling me all about yourself, Fred. I really appreciate it. Been wondering about you. We go way back, you and me. I'll see you, my friend.